Directions for questions 6 to 10. The passage talks about the evolution of cinema. Cinema started with a peep show device called a kinetoscope. It was introduced to the public in 1894, and there were various kinetoscope parlors. There were many machines, many kinetoscope machines, and at a time only one individual could be admitted to these kinetoscope parlors, and they could see a short film. The length of the film was about 50 feet, and they could see the whole film one after the other, and the exhibitors charged an amount from each customer. But later the exhibitors found out that it was better to go for a projection device. So they can project the images on a screen, and a large number of people could see the projected images at the same time, and they could collect a lot of money from each individual person or each individual viewer. So that was a big advantage with projection devices. So next, the passage talks about projection devices. The early projection devices were used in local town halls and fairgrounds to show films to a mass audience. The next paragraph further says more about the projection devices. What was shown was commonplace motion of trains, the waves striking the shore, and of people walking in the street. But what they came to marvel was the lifelike reproduction of these things. And finally, the author says that the viewer's relationship with the image was no longer a private one, as it has been with the peep show devices. So now he shared that viewership experience with a large number of people. And another big difference is that with the kinetoscope or peep show machines, the image was very small, only about 1 or 2 inches in height. But when the images were projected, it was projected at a very big size of 6 to 9 feet. Let us start with the questions now. All of the following were true of viewing films in kinetoscope parlors except what? One individual at a time viewed a film. It can be shown only to one individual for a kinetoscope. So A is true. So we need to eliminate all the true ones. You need to all of which were true except what? So A can be eliminated. Customers could view one film after the other. Yes, there were many kinetoscope machines, typically 5 of them, and they could see the films one after the other in each machine. So B is true, so B can be eliminated. Prize fights were the most popular subjects for films. That is wrong. That is, prize fights or boxing competitions, that was a popular subject for films. But saying it was the most popular subject is wrong. It was one of the popular subjects. So C is not mentioned. So C is wrong. So right one is option C. Each film was short. Yes, only 50 feet in length. So the film got exhausted very fast. So D is also wrong. Why did the exhibitors prefer projection devices over kinetoscopes? The reason is that exhibitors could show projection devices to a large number of people at the same time. So they could maximize their profits using projection devices. That is mentioned in option B. They could maximize their profits with projection devices. That is option B. Which of the following was true about kinetoscopes? Projection devices were not yet developed when kinetoscopes were introduced into the market. That is true. Initially it was the kinetoscopes, and later it was the projection devices. So what was true is option A. With the advent of projection, the viewer's relationship with the image was no longer private. What does the author mean by the statement? So what he means is that the viewer's relationship was no longer private means he shared that experience with a large number of people. That is given in option B. Each viewer shared his experience with many other people. So B is the right answer. The images seen by the viewers in the earlier peep shows, when compared to the images projected on the screen, were relatively what? Images seen by the viewers in the earlier peep shows were very small. That is given in option A. They were small in size compared to the images projected on the screen. Hence A is the right answer.